Hello, lady apes, gentlemen apes. Hi, this is Ape Andy. I got this polo shirt, green, especially for the stocks, for the ape community, lady apes, gentlemen apes. And my collar is up, right? Green going up, green. You know what I mean? Okay, so at least get one button. Now, the talk of the town had been, and of course always will be, GME and AMC. But this ape family seems to have a newcomer, a new member. Any guesses? I think some of you got it already. It's ticker symbol FFIE. Faraday's Future. Okay. I think I've come up with another slogan for it. FFIE. Financial Freedom FF. IE in everything, financial freedom in everything for you. Okay, if you're invested in AMC, GME, and FFIE, just HODL, 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 hold on to dear life, HODL, HODL. Okay, so FFIE, this clip would be about FFIE. Its story so far. Now, it's an electric vehicle manufacturing company. This is being shorted. Like 85% of the shares are shorted to like 95% of the shares shorted. Now, the rumor that I heard from other apes, lady apes, gentlemen apes, who also do GME and AMC and FFIE, new kid on the block, is that this FFIE during last week, like Thursday and Friday, that would be May the 16th or the 17th, there was a spike, a really spike going up. Of course, it went up from 4 cents until the price it has been right now these past few days. So there has been a surge, big surge, or a big spike. Now, what happened on Thursday and Friday was that the hedge funds, we all hate shorty hedge funds, who had been shorting FFIE, they're trying to suppress the stock below $1, right? Because if you have the stock below $1 by June 24th or something, then FFIE would be in trouble with NASDAQ compliance requirements. So what they did, the shorty hedge funds on FFIE, was that they tried to keep borrowing shares to short it, right? However, on Thursday or Friday, one of these 2 days, the shorty hedge funds could not borrow any more shares because there were 0 shares to short on FFIE. So what the shorty hedge fund did seems to be a playbook from 2021 January of GME and AMC. The shorty hedge fund, what they did was that, okay, we want to borrow shares, we got cash, we want to borrow shares to short it. And the the market maker, says, sorry guys, no more shares for you to borrow, what can I do? So the shorty hedge funds, they thought of a method to get shares to short. That is, they bought shares back, they covered a portion of their shares, like covered 15% of the shares of FFIE, they bought it back, right? So that caused the spike on Thursday and Friday, going up to past $3. It first went up through $1, $2, and $3, FFIE. That's the time when these shorts bought back the 15% of the shares shorted on FFIE, so that they have shares to short. Get it? Okay, I'm a shorty hedge fund. I want to borrow shares to short from the to short on FFIE. Says, sorry, Andy, shorty Andy, not Ape Andy. Sorry, shorty Andy, no shares to short. Shorty Andy says, I got cash to give me some shares to short. No more shares. See, 0 shares to short. What can I do? Shorty Andy says to himself, oh, let me buy back some shares so that I have shares to short. That's what they did. Okay, so the shorty hedge funds bought back FFIE, 15% of the shares, So now they have shares in hand, right? Okay, so then they shorted from $3 all the way down. So that's exactly what they did on Friday, May the 17th, 2024 on FFIE. Now this strategy of the shorty hedge fund is to make the retail investors, us apes, lady apes, gentlemen apes, who are also invested in FFIE, to think, oh my God, I did the correct investment. I bet on FFIE and it worked. Okay, so some apes with still cash in hand, they would start investing more. They would start piling in, calling friends and other family members to hey, FFIE, that's the new kid in town, that's the new deal. So more people came in to buy it, thinking that the gamma squeeze has already worked and will keep going up. Actually, the gamma squeeze is still yet to happen. Okay, that's the good part. So that's why you should keep hodling FFIE and continue to buy more using only money, cash that you can afford to lose. Okay, do not go into FFIE with money you cannot afford to lose, thinking that it will go up, because what happened on Friday was a game plan of the shorty hedge funds. One, to have shares to short. Two, to make the retail investor think that, oh, here comes the squeeze, here comes the VW squeeze, here comes the GME squeeze. They'll start piling in, but that's the time the hedge funds would short it back down to make these retail investors who bought in, FOMOing in, fear of missing out, FOMOing in, when it started to surge past $1, $2, and $3. Okay? So, to apes, lady apes, gentlemen apes, don't FOMO and don't YOLO. What is YOLO? Y-O-L-O. A couple of terms for newcomers. Y-O-L-O is you only live once. You only live once. So that means you go all in. Never go all in. Never go all in. Never YOLO. Only invest the amount of money that you can afford to lose. Because you can afford to lose that. You are not really scared when the price of, say for example, FFIE goes down. You can hodl because you can afford to lose that, right? Say for example, you make $1,000 a week, and after paying the bills, $700, you have $300 left. $300 is not the amount of money that Ape Andy can afford to lose. Of these $300 that I have left over, I would use $100, the amount that I can afford to lose, to invest in my dear GME, AMC, and now FFIE. So yeah, there's a new kid in town, FFIE. And the story is that the shorty hedge funds is trying to get it below $1 so that FFIE cannot comply with NASDAQ compliance, NASDAQ requirements, and so will be. Okay, that's what the shorty hedge funds are trying to do. So that's why to look out for apes. You have to be careful with FFIE. That said, what I'm trying to really say is invest only the money that you can afford to lose, because there are risks in investment. Of course, again, this video is not investment advice. It's for educational purposes, entertainment purposes, education and entertainment purposes. Okay, now, okay, so FFIE got a new slogan for it, financial freedom and everything. But once again, do not YOLO and do not FOMO. Just invest the amount of money that you can afford to lose, and thus you can hodl. Okay, these are all meme stock terms. Yeah, so if FFIE still stays above $1 or near $1, that means it's still game on with the shorty hedge funds. Okay? And then you invest the amount of money that you can afford to lose into, say, for example, FFIE. In addition, of course, to AMC and GME. Okay, we all love AMC and GME. It's just new kid in town, new little brother, new little sister. Let's say sister, okay, because the owner of FFIE is a lady by the surname of Jia. Okay, now, anyways, EV is the future. Okay, that's the trend. EV is the future. And there are many EV makers, of course, Tesla and other EV makers. Tesla begins with a T, and China EV manufacturers, one begins with a B, one begins with an X. Okay, anyways, EV is the future. So, FFIE make electric cars, custom-made electric cars. So I would say this company, it may not be doing too well financially right now, which is why the hedge funds are shorting it to like 85%, 95%, 100% shares shorted. But this company overall does have a future. They build custom-made EV, okay? So you don't have to buy EV that look all the same. So one day you're driving on the road and everyone else's EV is looking the same as yours. You know, I would want to stand out from the others. So I want an EV that is custom made, that looks very different from the crowd. And I could tell people, this is limited edition EV. There's only one such EV in the whole wide world on planet Earth. And that's what FFIE does. So they have customers, maybe rich people from Saudi Arabia, rich people, rich tycoons that custom made their EV. Okay, anyways. So FFIE, overall saying their concept does have a future, custom-made EV for rich people with deep, deep pockets. So the company has a future, and but invest only into FFIE only if you have the amount of money that you can afford to lose. And again, there are risks. Hedge funds are trying to short it below $1 so that it does not comply with NASDAQ compliance regulations. So we retail investors, apes, lady apes, gentlemen apes, we are against shorty hedge funds. Okay, but sometimes we need to thank shorty hedge funds. They give us a cause. They give us something to go for so that we could burn the shorts. Shorties are here for us to burn. And this new battleground right here, right now, is FFIE. So if you are interested in FFIE, invest only the amount that you can afford to lose. You have left over $300, say for example, then you use 1/3 of it into FFIE, and that's the amount of money that you can afford to lose. Therefore, you can hodl. You do not get your emotions affected by its ups and downs. So I just explained in this video the reason why it went up on Friday and came down again. So this is what the shorty hedge funds have in their playbook, called the short ladder attack. This was used in January 2021. So the reason I'm making this video is that it all came back to me, 2021. What's happening now to FFIE has happened to GME and AMC. So that's it for this video. It's getting too long. Hang in there, FFIE apes. Some apes of GME and AMC are backing you up, including moi, Ape Community. Okay, so huddle, be strong, and yeah, see you in the next one. Love you apes, lady apes, gentlemen apes.